Hi everyone, welcome to an edition of Vinyl Finds of all kinds. I keep thinking it's going to dwindle a little bit because, there's way too much vinyl in here. I should say non-Beatles vinyl because I'm still primarily a Beatles guy and that's what I collect the most of. But I find items that I like, and some of these are vinyl and some of them there's a magazine and a book here as well. Let's start out, I guess, first with the book and the magazine, okay? This is Joel Whitburn's Pop Annual, Billboard 1955 to 1994. This guy has so many books. A lot of them are similar. If you're interested in 45s, the singles, the charts, his books are absolutely fantastic. I've got a few myself. This is one that I'm adding to the collection. Joel Whitburn tells you all the charting of the singles over the years, and you can learn a lot of stuff you didn't know. And if you just want to check for reference on something that you thought might have been ahead, or what number did it get to, and so forth, your source is Joel Whitburn. All right, the magazine that I was going to show is a 1976, October 76 edition of Crawdaddy. And Crawdaddy is featuring the Runaways, Joan Jett's band originally. First band she was in, with got Lita Ford, Sherry Curry, Joan Jett. Then you got Sandy West, and you got Jackie Fox. And this is still in the plastic. The pictures inside, they're nice, but nothing I would really open it up for to show you. But I even bought this just for the cover. I said one day I'm going to have a place that's bigger, and I'll be able to display a lot more of this stuff. But it's a really cool cover to look at. Now, speaking of displaying covers, I bought this just for its cover. This is a 45, and it says Electric Frankenstein. Now, 1996. I've heard of Electric Frankenstein. I don't know if that's a common phrase or just one band or group or whatnot, but the reason I bought this is because I'm a Universal Monsters fanatic, and this is a picture from the 1942 Frankenstein film, The Ghost of Frankenstein, with Lon Chaney Jr. as the monster. And I had to have it just for that. In the back has some cool monster stuff on it. And this is going to be suitable for framing and hanging one of these days. Maybe because I have it, maybe I'll give it a listen. And if I ever get around to picking up that series, First Time Spins, that I used to do, where I sample albums and songs that I've never heard before, maybe I'll be able to tell you what I think. I picked this up. It's a white label promo stereo. All I Ever Need Is You, Sonny and Cher. Good song. There were a whole bunch of white label promos came in at my record store. That's the one I chose. Okay, now we have something that's pretty cool, and I'm going to have to take this out of the cellophane. When I say cellophane, I should say I mean the resealable sleeve, resealable outer sleeve. It's Bob Dylan's so-called greatest hits, quotes, and it advertises there, contains giant full-color Dylan wall poster, and still in the shrink wrap. And yes, indeed, I picked it out. This is something I've owned off and on over the decades, but the poster is the reason I got it, and the fact that it has the hype sticker and that it has the shrink. It's a nice full package, if you will. There's Dylan. All right. Okay. Next up, I've been looking for a copy of this album, really nice in the shrink wrap, in good shape, and I found it. Jerry Rafferty, City to City. Really in nice condition. I love the song Baker Street, and I love the song Right Down the Line. I love those two songs very much from the 70s. I've never heard the rest of the album, so first time spins, you're calling me. This is an upgrade, I guess. I already have this album actually in shrink wrap, but this one's a nice one. There's a Kind of Hush All Over the World, Herman's Hermits. Yeah, shrink wrap, really good shape. As I said, I had one of these in shrink, but if I'm not mistaken, I think this one is even better shape than the one that I had. The black MGM. So now got an import from Holland. This is an import from Holland. It's Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Glorious Results of a Misspent Youth. And not many people are going to notice, unless they're real diehard Joan Jett fans, that the letters here are lighter. They're lighter colors. They're not the same color that's on the usual copy. The usual color is kind of a brighter pink or reddish, not so subdued, like almost silver or white, you know. So, yeah. It's an epic release, as I said, from Holland. So it's on the Epic label, which is nice to see it on that label, you know. All right, folks. As I still am somewhat of a Joan Jett collector up to a point, you know. And I showed you the Runaways magazine. So here's an album by her. Okay, I went to a record show and I picked up some Connie Francis records. Here's a Connie Francis record called Love and Country. Don't buy many Connie Francis records anymore. I did a lot when I first started getting back into collecting, but these were really nice. Now, here's an album. I don't know how to pronounce this. Sung in French. The songs are all sung in French, and I did not pay this price. I paid much cheaper, but you can read that for yourself. Some of these are so nice, even for the covers, you know. Some of these older albums, and this one is one that really piqued my interest a little bit. It's again, I didn't pay these prices. I got them cheap, but that's a great cover shot. And look at that. Let's Sing with Connie Francis. And what's noticeable about this, and interesting, all sung in Japanese. Yeah. This is going to be a kick to listen to. All the songs sung in Japanese. All right. That's it. I feel like I just started and I just finished. Another vinyl finds of all kinds. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great morning, noon, or night.